So it's March 23rd, and I went to church this morning with a neighbor who goes to the Lutheran church over here where I live. And I guess it's been about a month or more that I've been in treatment for my eating disorder that had been undocumented mostly. Undiagnosed. I wasn't ever diagnosed as anorexic, or I'm not bulimic or anything, but I actually got a diagnosis called ARFID, which is Avoidant Restrictive Food Intake Disorder, and it's about the not finding eating interesting or not wanting to eat, kind of for no particular reason. And I've been in therapy now for that specific thing for about a month or more. As I was saying, I think one of their council people has reached out to me in the last week and said, it's been about a month since we started treating you. And so that's really neat. I really have been enjoying the treatment. I got some worksheets to fill out about what I eat on a daily basis, because I had gotten some paper worksheets and I tried to fill them out and I found it really difficult due to the amount of space. There's a really small amount of space. And so the online format seems to be working really well for me, because I can just fill it out on my computer as the day goes by. And it's helpful too with meal planning. I had wanted to just fill out meal planning, if I plan my week worth of meals, or if I write down my week worth of meals, then I'll have an idea of what my cycles of eating are. But I had actually gotten to a time in my life where I was missing a lot of meals, and part of that condition was actually starving myself for a little while. I was in a situation where I was not really behaving legally, and so I ended up moving out of that town. And then when I got over here and have been living by myself, I still was finding eating to be difficult. And so I had started seeing a therapist, and the therapist said, I hear there's treatment for that. And so she recommended that I reach out to this company. They're called Equip, the first part of the word, equipment. And it's just called Equip. And I've been meeting with them for weeks, and I've been having one or more appointment per week. I've had my regular therapist meeting that's still at the same time, and then I added another therapist, and then I was able to get the dietitian and a medical specialist also to go over some of the more in-depth rationales of what is associated with my avoidant and restrictive food intake disorder, because it was interesting, because when I was a child, my parents would actually limit my food intake, just generally. I wasn't allowed to have caffeinated sodas. I wasn't allowed to stay up past 8:30 in the evening when I was a small child. We had to go to bed early, and I'm not as severely northern latitude, but in the summertime, 8:30, it's still light out. So I remember that being a child, probably 4 or 7 or something, going to bed and it being summertime, and I'm hey, everybody's still out having fun. Why do I have to go to sleep? But that was part of it. And then just realizing like planning my dinner plate and like my breakfast and lunch and stuff, and just like getting like the other stuff too, like the soda and ice cream and other desserts, and then um, like uh, like the sides too, like chips and stuff. Like when I was a child, many of my lunches for school were like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or like a turkey or ham sandwich, and then it would just be like a fruit and a grain. Like it would be like tortilla chips and like, I guess just avoiding a lot of fat in my diet. So now I'm trying to add fat back into my diet because of like my skin constitution and my body. Like I think it's really interesting because people say like my food has no preservatives in it, and then like I start worrying about it, like because you have all these preservatives in your body and they're actually good for you. Like it helps with your like physical appearance, and so I've been working on the balance between kind of like more hippie guided intuition versus like the modern era, and I'm definitely kind of leaning towards the more modern side of things in the realm of the dinner plate in the kitchen and stuff, like food. So that's where I'm at with my whole journeys update. It's been quite the journey for me. I had a lot of negative experiences, like out in the world by myself. I went through a divorce. I had gone to college and dropped out a couple times, and then my car got stolen. So I just have been spending a lot of time like inside and just doing my own thing because I have to kind of develop what I want in life instead of just going out into the world and being blindsided by the whole thing. So yeah, I finally got a diagnosis on like what's been plaguing me lately. And that has been really positive, and I've been able to get treatment for it, which is really good. And I look forward to kind of moving in a positive direction from this experience of having to go and talk to mental health because like my brain was not functioning. And part of it is like getting adequate caloric intake, because when you have adequate caloric intake, then your brain has plenty of energy to burn to get its motor functioning. And that is really important to have a functional brain so that you can have a functional lifestyle. And that is where I'm at. And I look forward to seeing the rest of this story unfold in a hopefully positive and spiritually enlightening direction.